Well, I normally just say like I'll make like a beat. I'll just export everything like that, put it straight into Premiere. Just get like some pictures, something that's kind of like eye catching. Just normally throw a bunch of layers, so it would be like just like a picture of like, say if it's like a Gunner type beat, I'll put like a cartoon version of Gunner there with like a bit of background, something that's flying about the screen, but it's literally just a picture with a little bit of movement, and then the beat plays in the background, and that's literally it. And I just post up on Instagram and YouTube and just see how they do.
So, what platform do you think's the most kind of effective for that?
Like it's different for everyone. Some people use like YouTube, SoundCloud, stuff like that. But my most effective is Instagram. That's probably because I've worked on it the most. I'm starting to work on YouTube, and it's slowly growing. But I would say Instagram for me, like especially like with videos.
Is that because of the nature of the kind of video that you do? That it's just do you like short bursts of stuff?
Yeah,
That
like
takes them to
yeah, you can only put like a minute up on Instagram. So normally there's just like a teaser, but then people like normally rappers will either be looking through Instagram or mainly YouTube, and you can get the full beat. And normally you give that one for free, but obviously it's non-profit, and then they would have to buy a lease to like, actually use it. So
Right, cool, brilliant. Are you now using any social media live streaming? If so, what do you do?
I'll do Instagram now and then. I used to do Twitch. I used to make beats on Twitch, like live stream, like just screen recorded, and then people used to like put in inputs. I used to do like song reviews, so I would get a bunch of people to come, like just I'll put something on Instagram saying doing a live switch, put the link up in the bio, stuff like that, and people would submit their songs, and I would like criticize. I would like listen to the mix, listen to the vocals, listen to this, just everything, and kind of pick out what's good and bad. But to be fair, there was most of them were spot on. Like you can get really good quality kind of recordings and products that sound almost like professional. You wouldn't even tell just from bedrooms these days, especially with like the Focusrite, just like a little tiny interface. Then you can just have like a Shure mic, 150 pounds, and then you get a beat from YouTube. You put it on Spotify, put it on iTunes. People can blow up from it.
It's really interesting, isn't it? I guess sometimes I look at things from a kind of because I look at it from a traditional instrument point of view and a sort of a band point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I think about how it's sometimes quite difficult to be able to reproduce that, even though it's not actually that hard. There's some amazing software instruments and samples and stuff out there, and and tools to. I mean, Logic's Drummer, for example, is really good. People can't always tell whether it's a live drummer or not.
Yeah.
But you still have to have some kind of level of understanding to be able to manipulate the software.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's in the genre that you're doing. The studio's it's in some respect it's almost redundant, isn't it?
Yeah. So say like the amount of like producers and artists that crack like FL Studio and then make £1 million from it. Like I've seen people make a bunch of money and then go back and actually buy the like updated software because they're stuck with like FL Studio like 10, something that they cracked like 3 years ago, and then now they're selling beats and making the money because you can do everything like in box, like especially with like the genre I do, and obviously if you've got Focusrite, just plug a guitar in, use it, amps in. That's what I do.
It's really interesting for me. It's really interesting when I hear that kind of viewpoint on it, which is the opposite end of what I'm thinking sometimes,
Yeah.
Okay, so in what ways are you able to monetize your content?
Well, I use the way I use like the way I sell beats and stuff like that is using a program called BeatStars, and pretty much what it is like you pay a monthly subscription of like $20, I think, and what it does is it gives you can get a pro page and everything, so you can there's BeatStars, that's the website that like producers use, rappers can just go on, and you can also from there get the pro page, what makes your own website, and you can sell beats, you can make your own leases, you can do that, and then they don't take any cut, they just pay the monthly subscription, but also the streams you get from your beats, they pay you a percentage, kind of like Spotify and stuff like that as well. So it all goes into that, but it's just like with monetizing, you can use that to even monetize on SoundCloud. So if you put like the link from your SoundCloud in, fill in what it asks you to do, it'll count up the revenue from SoundCloud as well. So it's
Is that how you're making most of your money through that?
Through
so it's like a portal that people go to a portal, and you're a creator on that portal.
Yeah, well, I would say in like 2019, to make money as a producer to make music as a to make money as a producer, you kind of just do one thing. You've got to build up artists, you've got to promote artists, you've got to sell beats, you've got to do mix and mastering, you've got to do posts for people, you've got to get people in the studio, you've got to do this, you've got to promote people. Just even if it's just something to do with Instagram, people want to collab on like beats, so people will send you melodies, you'll get put in front of their audience, they'll get put in front of yours, you can collab with different artists. You've got to you kind of just say it, like, stick to it, right, I'm going to sell beats. People can do it, but in this day and age, like, you want money from all over, because it's quite hard just to get, because with like selling beats, it's kind of just like going into Tesco and them waiting for them to buy a product. Like, it's kind of like that. You can have a beat there that's sat there for 2 years and it won't get sold, but you can have a beat that you just put up and it will just go straight away. But that's another great thing. You kind of don't run out of products. So if somebody buys an MP3 lease for $30, you can sell that as many times as you want, unless somebody buys an exclusive. If they buy an exclusive, you can get anywhere from, they've got to make an offer, but you can get 10,000 for one beat if it's going to somebody who's going to make that money back. And then obviously once they get an exclusive, it goes off your store. So that's the only way, kind of thing. So you don't really need, like, you don't need to buy stock. You just, all the money you make, you'll invest in like equipment, or maybe a drum machine, new mic, just stuff like that.
It's really interesting how things have changed like that. And what's open to you, to monetize in the genre that you're in.
That's in the genre.
That's not really open to a lot of people, unless they're in an electronic.
Yeah.
It's something almost kind of pretty much unique, isn't it? In some respects. Quite interesting, very interesting. So what are your thoughts on co-monetizing with a studio like us in exchange for some video content creation that would go on a channel?
Yeah, well, that, like I say, like, you've got to collab with people. Like, you get in front of both audiences. It's like everyone's doing it. Like, even Nicki Minaj, like massive people like that, they're always like, they never do a song where it's just them unless it's part of the album. When they bring a single out, there's always featuring someone, and even when they're massive and everybody knows them. That's what you do. Like, with like different studios, like, it's the time of day where the producer is getting the same as the artist. If you think about it, you've got a band, you've got like 5 people, then you've got like a label, you've got all that. There's money getting split up everywhere. But if you've got a producer and an artist, even if it's 40-40, then the 20 would go somewhere else, like promoting into your music, something like that. It's all like, it's changed. It's
so,
like,
so with the digitizing of all of this of revenue and everything else, so this kind of, it's very interesting, isn't it? It's almost like this has been a massive disruptor to the music industry. People are actually, if they can manipulate social media and connect with people in the right kind of way and collaborate, they can create their own streams of revenue without having to think about anybody else helping them to do it
Yeah.
necessarily. But you are using like a website. You are using like a third party
Yeah.
website to sort of still connect you together.
Yeah.
You're still using a connection device, aren't you? Whether it's Instagram or what's the website you were talking about?
BeatStars.
BeatStars. Interesting, really interesting. So yeah, what's your thought? Well, this is interesting to me. What's your thoughts on the current state of access to a pro studio, and then on also the costs relating to that as well?
Well, it's great. Like if you've got the money to like invest in it, it's always a good investment. I'll come here out of choice. I could do everything in my room if I wanted to, but I want to get people involved. I want more people involved. I want to like make connections. Kind of like, oh, you've got studio time. I can come to you. I can chip you in. Like Steve, he can get chipped in. Like he can do mix. He can record it. So we're just getting more people kind of built in. Obviously, there's a different environment because if I brought somebody to my home studio, it doesn't seem quite different vibes kind of thing. Like you come in here, you've got like a full get set up, you've got like a vocal booth, and people can kind of just either be in their own world or just feel like the energy that's in the room. But if there's just me and somebody else in my bedroom or in like a little home studio in a box room, you get different. Like I would say if you recorded the same song here and the same song in like a small enclosed bedroom, it would be completely different, even if the lyrics are the same. Whether it be just the energy, the more people in the room kind of hyping everyone up, or if it's just more of like a kind of slow, kind of calming thing, people can kind of just be in their own world and not even think like, oh, I'm in front of people or whatever, do you know what I mean?
It's really interesting, actually. Yeah. And the last one is, have you access to funding either from management or label or independent sources, and if so, what sort of form does that take when you're funding your music?
When I fund my music, it's all from me. So, like I say, like you kind of earn money from doing one thing. So I'm 24-year-old. I've got my own BeatStars, my own website, my own business, my own mix and mastering service, and my own label. And I get money from all of it. Some I've got to like work hard for. Sometimes obviously like mix and mastering, you've got to be there, you've got to do it. But sometimes selling beats, revenue from DistroKid or like from Spotify, stuff like that, it comes in your sleep. So you're getting money from somewhere. So whether it be like, obviously I've taught you about DistroKid, you use DistroKid and stuff like that, but it's like 2 or 3 months behind. So you release a song this month, you'll get it like 2 months, 3 months down the line. But that's still, you'll wake up in the morning, you'll check. There's money for you, even if it starts off small. But the more you put out. That's why I like being a producer, because with an artist, you kind of have to collab with other artists with other beats. But being a producer, I can get like, say an artist, here's some beats, 50-50. Here's another artist, 50-50. Just all different genres, different types. You're getting 50 or even 40%. So sometimes I've done mixing and mastering and I've been offered 25%. I only mix and master. I didn't like just some people like respect producers that much because we're always in the background, that they're always like, I'll throw you in, even if it's like 3%, but that song gets 1 million views. I say I think I only got 13% and I went certified silver. And I got, but I couldn't tell you exactly how much I made from it because I've had different things come in, but it was definitely a big chunk, like out of nowhere, just from that one song.